Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the Pisces season reading. And so I know that Pisces started officially a couple of days ago, but I just felt like doing it today. So this is going to be from the dates February 19th all the way until March 20th. And so you can be a Pisces watching this video. You can have Pisces in your chart. Maybe you want to cross watch for a Pisces, or in fact, you just want to know what's going to be happening within this like 30-day period. So anybody could technically watch this reading. And so as usual, as I shuffle each deck, I'll let you guys know what I'm using, and then everything is going to be listed in the description box below. If there are any of my decks and you guys want to purchase those, it'll take you straight to my Etsy shop. But if you guys are international, email me and I'll go ahead and send you a special link. My personal assistant Victoria has officially started, so if some of you guys are, hearing from her, technically she's going to be taking care of emails and orders, whether it be for decks or readings and that sort of thing. But as far as like personal information that you guys are sending back and forth is basically going to be between you and I. So I don't want anybody to worry that, somebody else is looking at the content of the messages that you guys send me. It's technically she's just taking over on setting up the appointment, but after that, it's pretty much just everything is in a folder for me to take a look at when I do the reading. So I just wanted to throw that out there for some of you that might have been concerned. But other than that, if there's anything important that needs to be brought to my attention, she knows how to get those emails or information to me. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I might be switching up my Etsy platform in the near future. So I'll probably be building my own website and just kind of going off of that platform altogether. I might also be transferring my decks over to Amazon. I know that a lot of people had asked about that, and that will really eliminate a lot of this like back and forth where people can pre-order my decks and they're not getting them, right when they purchase them, or people have to specially email me if they want a link to purchase them internationally. So I'm really working on trying to wrap all of that up. So I'm hoping that within the next few months, all of these things can be worked out. And the reason that I'm bringing up the Etsy thing today is because they unfortunately just took one of my listings for the retreat that I'm going to be throwing. This is going to be with Melanie from Holigan 1111, Dee from Consciousness Evolution Journey, and Heather from Medium on a Mission, as well as Alara from Inner Goddess Guidance. So all of us are coming together in Phoenix, and we're going to be doing a 2-day retreat at the end of March 30th and 31st to be exact. Well, anyways, I had it as a listing that people could purchase. And so if some of you guys are Etsy members, you guys may have favorited the item to kind of go back to it later. But now what you're going to find is it's either gone or you're going to go to it and it's going to be a broken link. Apparently, it was just some sort of violation of the policies on Etsy because it wasn't an actual tangible item that could be sent to you. So they went ahead and canceled the actual listing. So the retreat is still for sale until the end of this month. So until the end of February, you guys are still able to purchase this. So there's no issues there. It's just that unfortunately I had to move the listing now, and it's on my actual website, which is Mystic Moon Oracles. And that is powered through Etsy, but it's not really the same thing. It kind of doesn't make sense, and I don't really want to explain it. But anyways, you guys can go there to kind of check out the information of the retreat. And then you guys could just go straight to my PayPal and pay for your ticket that way. So just want to let you guys know there's been a slight change if some of you guys were worried or wondering. So anyways, so let's go ahead and jump into the reading for Pisces. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the theme for this period of time for Pisces, just the general theme. So I will go ahead and just, kind of intuitively pick the cards that I feel drawn to bring forth this message. So let's go ahead and tap into these John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to just kind of see what the general theme is going to be for Pisces throughout this time period, February 19th through March 20th. Let's just see what the card just wanted to fly out, so I will take them. What's interesting is this particular card does represent Pisces because the Hanged Man in Tarot falls under the influence of Neptune, and Neptune rules Pisces. Now we also have the Hermit card, which is the card of Virgo. So what I have here is some really deep introspection going on for Pisces. Some really maybe just deep spiritual understandings or just kind of awakenings or just real heavy processing of thinking. Does that even make sense? Maybe even spending some time alone. Maybe not really in a super forward, fast moving energy, just kind of staying put and staying calm and trying to figure something out. Okay. But with this particular card, you know, we've got that rainbow there. So it does promise that there is light at the end of a period that seems to be either stagnant or we're not able to move forward. And then we also have this card that says solitude. And so we have a woman here and she's got this book and one part of the story has been created, whereas the other part, there's still this blank page. And so this, I feel, is a reminder to Pisces or anybody that's in this time period that if there's anything that seems to be on hold or anything that just seems to be incomplete at this time or even a mystery, there's some sort of soul searching or some time that's needed to either take a time out or be alone in order to figure out some sort of mystery. I also see the Hanged Man as a card of some sort of awakening, because usually in traditional tarot it will show a man who is hanging upside down, but he has this crown of light around his head, like his crown chakra. So he's connected to the divine, just like the hermit is. It's a very spiritual journey that the hermit goes on in order to discover something. It's like a soul searching type of an energy. So I really feel like Pisces, or just this season, is really going to affect people in the way of really doing some deep soul searching. So let's get the last card to kind of see what this may have to do with. Wow, we have the Four of Pentacles energy, firm foundation. And so this is the indication to me that this is about staying put and staying solid within your own energy. So maybe Pisces' overall energy for this time period isn't going to really be spent so much with other people. It's really going to be based more on your own energy and your own life and what you're trying to build when it comes to your own foundation. This could have to do with finances, of course, but I'm kind of getting a little bit of a spiritual undertone with this reading right off the bat. Yes, you may be very focused in the material world. You may be very focused on money, like the Four of Pentacles can sometimes represent. But I feel like Pisces is really kind of just keeping to themselves and just kind of figuring out what they do value, what's no longer valuable to them, what really matters to them and what doesn't. So they're really kind of soul searching this month is what I'm seeing. So that's the overall energy for Pisces. I think it's really beautiful. So why don't we go ahead and go into the next position, and this is going to be here. Love life. Okay, so this is Pisces love life. So when I say love life, this is romantic. Okay, so if some of you are not in a romantic mood, or you're not have any interest or don't have anything going on for your romantic love life, then this may not be the portion for you. So just skip it, and then we'll go into some other energies. So what's going on in the romantic life for Pisces? Let's go ahead and take a look. So we're going to tap into the Angel Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. And we're also going to go into this deck here, which is the Oracle of Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. What's going on in Pisces love life, or during this period of Pisces? We have the King of Air, which is the King of Swords. And we have air, which is very interesting. We have two cards that say air. So this could be a special significance in regards to air sign individuals. Aquarius, this is going to be Gemini or Libras, but it doesn't have to be. But what I'm getting here from this King of Air, King of Swords energy is that as far as the romantic life for Pisces, there's something about just being very direct when it comes to what you're thinking, what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to accomplish. Now, this particular air card is talking about breathing deep, entering into life, exchanging of life-bringing energy. So this is literally about how you're communicating with other people this month. So I definitely want to find out more of what this means. But it could just be that maybe Pisces is coming from more of a practical, logical standpoint rather than really thinking in terms of romance this month. I shouldn't say this month, this time period. Yeah, maybe very focused on the long-term goal of finances. So it might just be that maybe this time period isn't really, doesn't have a lot to do with romance for some reason. But let's just go ahead and get one more card to clarify. Yeah, really taking the time to reflect. So I really feel like this is all coming together. It's all matching up with what's already come up before. It's almost like Pisces, or the people that are resonating with these messages here during this time period, aren't super focused on actual romance, you know, romantic love. They're very much more focused on their own thoughts, their own energy, how they're coming across to others, how they're communicating with other people, kind of contemplating what it is that they actually want when it comes to the bigger scheme of things. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is about retirement. It's about our family, our traditions. It's about the bigger picture when it comes to our finances, our dreams, and the things that are going to pay off in the end. This is like our ultimate goal, what we are truly working towards in the material world. So I just really feel like Pisces energy is more focused during this time period on logical and practical matters rather than romantic love. Now, it doesn't mean that there's going to be zero going on in Pisces romantic love life. It's just this indication where maybe Pisces is just really, really thinking about, you know, in terms of their own energy and what they have to bring to the table, or what they even want when it comes to life, period. So again, there's that introspective energy with the Hermit and the Hanged Man that's coming up. Plus, we already have this card, which is a Pentacles energy as well, about our own foundation. So during this period of time, either Pisces individuals or people that are resonating with these messages are really going to be more focused on their own energy and just what's going on and what they want out of life during this period of time. Very interesting. Okay. So the next is going to be, let me just go ahead and check this. We'll do, my family. Okay. So I'm just following this outline that I saw on the internet. My family. So let's go ahead and take a look and get some energies as far as our family is concerned and what's going on when it comes to that. So let's go ahead and go into The Wild Wisdom of the Fairies by Lucy Cavendish and the Tarot of the Hidden Realms. And this is not a new camera. This is actually an old camera. I did an update on my computer, and for some reason, my brand new camera will no longer work, and I just didn't have time to mess around with it. So this is an older camera, and unfortunately, the angle, because it's older, doesn't match up with the settings, so it won't condense down. So it's like a little wider, and it's smaller. It just is what it is. All right, let's take a look. What's going on with family for Pisces? Interesting, we have sisters immediately coming through. Now, of course, family does not have to be blood relatives. We could be talking about soul family. We can be talking about friends, our coworkers, people that are just in our group that feel like family, that we are just basically doing this life with. So there's something about other people. It says Silver Sisters. It says time to take protection from toxic thoughts and energy. So, I mean, wow, this is talking about perhaps that there may be people that are in a group or in your like kind of soul tribe or family or even coworkers that you might need to protect yourself during this period of time because of toxic energy or toxic behavior or just toxic situations that are happening in this particular area. Wow. Oh my God. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is about being done with something, it's just done, it's over. We might even feel stabbed in the back by certain people during this period of time. This might have already happened, and so you're just wanting to disconnect or cut yourself away from people that are in this very toxic, space in your life. They're just taking up room, that are just literally dragging you down. So this is about cutting off any kind of energy that no longer serves you. Wow. That's very significant. And we have Little Boy Blue. This is talking about our dreams coming true and returning to the soul. Interesting, Nine of Swords. What I am getting, you guys, is that there may be some toxic energies that are actually preventing you from being able to go towards your dreams and your goals. It doesn't mean anyone's stopping you, but their energy in your life is literally dragging you down. And this Nine of Swords proves it right here. This is all the anxiety and the stress that comes with this feeling of not being able to go after the things that you guys want to do. So there's this energy that's saying, no more. It's time to cut bullshit out of your life. It's time to basically tell other people, you know, no, this is what I want. You know, it might not be in alignment with what you think is best for me or what you want for me, but that's what I want and that's what makes sense to me. So I really see here that during this period of time that people are going to be getting out of this anxiety-ridden energy where they're just kind of stressed out because of other people's bullshit, because of other people's thoughts or expectations or just toxic drama around them. Like, we're cutting out toxic energy, you guys. Or in fact, we are just basically picking ourselves up after a period of time where maybe somebody stabbed us in the back. So we're just no longer going to deal with this energy anymore. And we're going to kind of go off on our own and follow our own dreams. And that might feel a little scary for some of you to actually disconnect from people because you're afraid that you need them for whatever reason, or you're afraid to go off on your own. But what I'm getting from this reading is it's just your own thoughts that are holding you back at this time. This situation actually no longer serves you, or there's an energy here that needs to be, it needs to be done. It needs to be gotten rid of, is what I'm seeing here. And it's connected to the people that are around us. That's what it is. Wow, that was very specific. Okay. So who knows if that's going to resonate, but that's what we've got so far. So the next thing that we're going to tap into here is, what's the next one? Hold on for just a second. Finances. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the energy of finances. So let me grab some other cards here. Energies of finances. Let's go ahead and go into, we'll go into the Morgan Greer. Let's go to the Morgan Greer here. What's going on with our finances? Interesting. We have the Eight of Swords, you guys. The Eight of Swords, just make sure that I didn't plan on reading reversals. Yeah, this entire deck is reversed, so I'm going to put it up right. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is definitely that feeling of feeling confined, feeling restricted, feeling bound for whatever reason. Maybe some of us feel like we're stuck in a situation that is affecting our finances. We can't really do this or do that because we either don't have, you know, the finances, or we don't have the means in order to do something that we want to do. We feel like we can't break away from possibly a deal, or maybe some sort of just situation that we've got money tied up in. So there's a feeling of constriction, a feeling confined during this period of time. Wow, we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is making an appearance again in this reading. So not only did we get this energy that I was talking about love, but this is about our finances as well, as in we've got to be logical and practical. We may have to take that sword and basically cut bullshit out of our lives, and to basically cut ourselves free from whatever it is that seems to be confining us at this time. The Eight of Swords does remind us that it is our own thoughts and our own belief systems that are actually keeping us stuck. It's not actual circumstances. It feels like it, but it actually isn't. We can get out of it at any time that we want. So we may be participating in something because we have fears that if we either don't participate in it or we don't do things other people's way, that somehow we're going to let other people down. But what I'm getting is that we've really got to get into that King of Swords energy, which is we need to stand strong, we need to be truthful, we need to act with integrity, we need to basically tell other people how it's going to be. So let's go ahead and get some more energies here. We have the Four of Wands. This is beautiful. The Four of Wands is talking about a foundation. The King of Wands has firm ground and foundation to work upon. This is about beliefs or systems. This is about somebody who's acting with integrity, somebody that can basically bring the truth to a situation. There is stability within a situation. It's not like you're coming from nowhere. You're coming from a place where you mean well. See, the Empress, beautiful. So the Empress is about abundance. So what I'm getting is that there actually might be a group or some kind of a situation that you're involved in when it comes to your finances. So this could be the workplace. This could be people that you're collaborating with. And I've got this energy here that actually looks really, really good, but I also have other energy that seems to be a little conflicted and constricting. So let me get one more card to finalize it. And we have the moon. The moon is actually Pisces energy. Can even represent Cancer sometimes as well. But what I'm getting mostly from this is that even though right now it might seem like it's a dark time, and it might be kind of confused, and there might be some things that are not 100% clear right now, the King of Swords is very clear. They have the vision of the future of exactly what they know that they want. And as long as they're standing in this energy, and that's where their integrity lies, which is, I know what I'm creating, I know what I'm doing, I know I'm coming from a good place. This Eight of Swords and this moon energy can't really affect the King of Swords. So it's telling you to stay strong and stay convicted in your beliefs. And if there's anybody that's around you that's toxic, or anybody that's around you that may be kind of casting shade, or for whatever reason, it's just as long as you're in your own integrity and as long as you're feeling good about your position, that's really all that matters. Try not to get caught up in the thoughts of other people. Try not to get caught up in the judgments of other people. You know you're good, and that's all that matters. So this other stuff is just a part of it, but you're gonna get through it, is what I'm getting here when it comes to your finances during this period of time. So something to me is going to phase out, and it looks to me like it's going to be quite abundant in the end. So try not to worry so much is what I'm getting here from Spirit. Beautiful. All right, next section. We've got social life, okay? So the social life is kind of like family. It's kind of like finances. We had a lot of people that have already come through this reading so far. So let's just go ahead and see what we've got as far as our social life is concerned. What's going on in the outside world as a whole? This could represent potential romance. This could represent family, friends, work. It could encompass everything. So let's go ahead and tap into my Twin Flame Oracle for this, just to kind of see what we got. We have received, we have shadow work, material world, we have destruction, and we have soulmate. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm actually going to get some clarifiers for this. So, but what I'm picking up immediately is there's obviously something going on in the actual physical world. We have some sort of destruction, means something has been like kind of uprooted in the material world or the physical world. Some kind of circumstances have changed. And now we have soulmate. It does have to do with other people. People that may need to kind of come into our lives or align in our lives at a particular point in time for a reason. So what I'm getting is that if there's certain relationships or situations or friendships or maybe, you know, work situations that are kind of falling apart right now, I'm getting that everything is aligning exactly the way that it needs to. So let things fall apart when it comes to your social life. Try not to push so hard for something to work if it's not working. It really is about just letting go, and just whatever's supposed to align for you next is going to. Because what I'm getting here is that the shadow, anything that no longer serves you, that's the mess, like that's how you need to receive it. Anything that's not meant for you is just going to fall away, is what I'm getting with this card lineup. So when it comes to other people, like I said, there's something that you just need to kind of let phase out of your life. Try not to fight it. Try not to hold on to anything that's just not serving you anymore. And soulmates do not have to be romantic. This could be any person in your life. Let it fall away, because there's a shadow here. There's something that's just not working. We need to receive it like it was just a lesson. And now it's time to move on. Yep, Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about things that are in alignment with us because of our belief systems. So if we are feeling like, if we're feeling damaged, or if we are, not acting with integrity, we're going to naturally attract that in other people or situations. It's going to come to us like a magnet. So as long as our energy is in a good place, in a positive place, and in the right place, things are going to start aligning with us. So if some of you have done some sort of spiritual work and you're finding now that your friendships or your relationships are starting to kind of fall apart and change, that's the reason why. Because you're becoming more in alignment with who you are and your true self, and other people that are not in that same vibration as you are naturally going to fade from your life. And so that's what I'm getting that Spirit is saying. Things are happening for a reason. Let things fall apart that are no longer in alignment with you. They are no longer serving you. That is what I am getting for this. So now let's go ahead and go into blessings. What are the blessings during this period of time? What are the blessings during this period of time? Let's go ahead and take a look. Let me go into... We're going to go into these cards here. These are both from Tony Carmine Salerno. The Art of Love Tarot. And the Gaia Oracle. Blessings during this period of time. We have Goddess of Creation. Oh, I see one of my cats bit the card. Wheel, breakthrough, beautiful. So this is about something that has not been moving forward either for a long period of time or you've just felt stagnant. This is about ready to transform and change, because the Goddess of Creation is about transformation, creativity, and wholeness. It may be that there was just certain factors that needed to come together before we can actually move forward, certain pieces that needed to fall perfectly together before we could get things moving along again. So it's like this energy of, it's like being rejuvenated after a long stagnation, or something that hasn't been working for a long time now suddenly is working because we're letting certain loads go, letting certain heaviness go. We're making room for new things because we're letting old shit go. Okay. Wow, these two cards wanted to come together for whatever reason. We have something about temptation, and we also have the fulfillment of a wish. So how that's a blessing, I have no idea. So let's go ahead and get some cards for this. Wow, we have the Ace of Trees. What I'm getting from this, you guys, is that there is a blessing during this period of time, but it doesn't come without a test. Okay? It may be because we have the Ace of Trees, which is the Ace of Pentacles, which is talking about abundance. So it's talking about an opportunity. If something seems too good to be true, it's because it is. If something seems to be like, you know what? Like I said, it's very alluring. You're very tempted. There's a temptress here, okay? This is something where you're going to have to make a choice. And what I'm getting here is that the choice to make is to go with your heart's true desire. You might be tempted to go down this road, but what it is going to be an empty promise for you. Somebody's going to break their promise to you. So what I'm getting is that really count on and really focus on your logical, practical nature during this period of time, especially when it comes to your heart's desire. So really rely on your gut is what I'm getting here. Really rely on your gut. It's not about not going with your intuition, because technically your intuition and your gut are kind of connected. But what I'm getting here is that if something doesn't make sense, that's because it's bullshit, okay? So really try not to get caught up in fantasy, or try not to get caught up in your emotions, or making some sort of a decision based on, I just really want this right now. Really try to be a little bit more patient. Is it something that just, like I said, it's just, if it seems like it's just too quick and too fast, that's because the work or the proper seeds have not been placed properly. You know, things don't just grow overnight. So if it seems like that kind of situation, you really need to take care. You really need to take care and not go down that road. So Spirit's saying that there is abundance, there is a blessing during this period of time. But the thing is, you've got to really pay attention and not be tempted to go down the wrong path. So let's go ahead and see what sign perhaps is connected to this, okay? What can Spirit give us in the form of what they want us to rely upon, or what may pop up that will help us to make this, maybe to make this choice, or kind of beware of something during that time? Let's see, what do we got? This is the Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. We have 666. If something's not in your vibration, if you're feeling off or whatever, you got to pay attention to that. Like I just said, you got to pay attention to your gut. You're not, something is not in alignment with you. Raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, if that's something that's going to bring you peace and harmony, and you're going to feel good about this, and you're not feeling like full of anxiety, and you're not feeling just like, if it's very exciting and it's very fast, it's almost like what Spirit's saying is that might not be the right road. That might not be the right thing for you, because it's going to fizzle out. It's not going to last. But if there's something that's very solid that's being offered to you, or you're really feeling a lot of peace and harmony with this, and you're really, really feeling like you're in alignment, and this person is in alignment with you, or this project or this opportunity is in alignment with you, that's going to bring you more peace and harmony, and you're not going to have to compromise that, then that is what you should go with, is what Spirit is saying. And also, if you see 666, that might be the sign right there for you in that moment, that you're going to know what to do. Okay? Like if you keep seeing that and you're feeling one way or the other, you're going to know what to do, is what I'm getting here from Spirit. That's beautiful. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move on into the next. Let me just go ahead and grab it really quick because I have it on my phone. We have health. Okay? So health can be maybe some physical things, even though I don't really go too deeply into any kind of physical things on my channel. We can certainly look at that as in the form of like mental, spiritual, emotional, and that sort of thing. So let's see what we got. We're going to go into by Raven Felon. We're going to go into the Messenger Oracle, along with the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. What we got going on for our health and well-being? Beautiful. We have heaven and earth. This is awesome. And we have let the emotions flow. So this is about emotions. This is about our emotional health, heaven and earth. So when I see this card, this is very much about, high energy and low energy. And when I say low, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean that it is negative. It just is about dimensions. I really feel that earth energy is 3D energy, and that heaven energy is like 5 energy. So it's kind of like being right in the middle and blending the two, and kind of raising our vibration, letting our emotions flow, whatever it is that is kind of keeping us heavy and earth bound. It's like getting rid of any of that emotional baggage that seems to be keeping us down, seems to be keeping us stuck here in this very 3D existence. So it's just about letting things flow. And when we let these things flow, we're lighter vibrationally, and we can start to raise our frequency much easier by letting these things flow. So it's almost like a good cry may be what is in store, or what's on the what the doctor ordered, I guess. So now we have journey. So this is about possibly a physical, spiritual journey, and we have love that you are different. So this is just to remind you here. I really like this message already. This is just to remind you that we're all different, that we're all on different journeys. A lot of people will fault other people for doing things a certain way on a particular journey, or a certain religion, or this or that, or say there's, you got to do it this way, or you're not doing it right. All total bullshit. So this is talking about love that you're different, love that you heal differently as well, love that you process things differently. Sometimes people deal with things differently, and it doesn't make it wrong or right. It's just different. And so the way that you might go about your life or your journey, or even deal with your emotions, or deal with maybe past traumas or difficulties or whatever, is going to be different than the next person. So whatever that means to you, it's like you need to honor that you're different. You need to stop comparing yourself to other people, as in, why can't I just forget about this? Or why can't I just, let that go? Or why can't I just, get in shape, or do this or do that? Or a lot of the things that people, tend to beat themselves up over. You have to love that you're different. All of us come in different shapes and sizes. We all have different genetic makeups. And so not every single person that is trying to do the same thing as another person is going to have the same exact results. And we're just going to have to get more on board with that way of being, that we're all different. We're not all going to have the same results. So I really feel like Spirit is bringing this through as a way to let you know and to remind you to just let all that stuff go. Let all of that judgment about yourself and where you're at just in this life or on this journey, just let it go. Stop judging yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people. That is emotional poison. That is toxic to all of your entire being, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, whatever one I didn't say. So yeah, this is just something where we've just got to let that crap go, because that's very earthbound thinking. Comparing ourselves to other people. We feel different than other people. We're all one. That's higher vibrational frequency right there. That's a higher dimensional way of thinking. We're all one. We're all connected. We're all source. So this is going to help us to basically see that we're actually not that different. We are different, but we're not that different, like in the bigger scheme of things. So we need to stop judging ourselves, because when we judge ourselves, we're judging everyone else. And so it's about kind of opening yourself up to that way of thinking during this period of time that will help to lighten some of that judgmental load that not only you have for yourself, but for other people perhaps. So let's go ahead and go through the red flags. What are some of the warnings and the red flags that we might need to kind of watch out for during this period of time? Let's go ahead and take a look. We are going to go into this particular deck right here and my shadows deck. So this is called the Darkness and Light. We're going to go into these Twin Flame Shadows cards. What's one thing that we need to kind of red flags if we feel this or we see this in another person, or we are triggered in this way, okay? We have haunted. We have insecure. And we have envious. So these are all of the red flags. Let's go ahead and get some messages on this. Some clarifiers. Haunted. What is the clarification for haunted? We have the moon, okay? So the moon's already shown up one time in this reading. Now the moon, of course, does represent Pisces in tarot, and it is also, it's the ruler of Cancer, the sign of Cancer. But what I'm really getting from this particular message here is that anything that's hidden, anything that seems to still be haunting you, even if it's just something that is just always in the always in the back of your mind, and it's just something that's just constantly lingering over you. What I'm getting from this is like a red flag is like, if it's making you feel uncomfortable and it's making you feel like you can't move forward, or it's making you just feel like, God, there's that feeling that I have that somebody's not being honest, that somebody's not being 100% upfront with me, that somebody's hiding something, that somebody's being shady. That's because they are. You need to pay attention to that. Now, the moon is also connected with our higher self. It's connected to our intuition. Pay attention to your intuition. If you keep getting this nagging feeling over and over again, you've got to pay attention again to that gut instinct, that gut feeling, okay? Don't discount feelings and just say, oh, it's just my own fear. What I'm getting from this is that no, it's actually not your fear. You are in touch with your intuition that something's off, and you have to pay attention to that. That's what I'm getting, okay? Insecure. We have the Star now. Wow. So this is about healing. This is about our hopes and our dreams. This is about spiritual protection, spiritual guidance. So now we have insecure. This is just talking about our own insecurity. So red flags. So a red flag or a warning would basically be anybody that is around you that's trying to take away from your healing or trying to take away from your dreams. That already actually popped up earlier when it came to needing to cut out toxic people from your life that are trying to take you off of your path of what it is that you want and what it is that you desire. People are doing this out of their own insecurity. So it is about trusting your intuition. Maybe about a person or a situation that might not be good for you, or that might be really trying to steer you in the wrong direction. This person is coming from a place of insecurity, and it's about healing yourself from this connection with them, or healing yourself or seeing them in a way for what they are and no longer allowing them to affect you in a negative way, if that seems to apply, because we now have envious. Somebody is envious. Somebody is insecure. And this, of course, can be our own behavior. We need to heal from this. We need to stop being haunted by this old crap, this old energy. And now we have the Ace of Cups. So what this is, if we're in an energy of envious, this Ace of Cups, that's the cup that we're actually going to be offering to other people. So it's flawed from the very beginning. So it's going to be reflected back to us. So if we're giving a cup that's full of envy, that's full of jealousy, that's full of insecurity, that's full of old, past crap, we're going to just keep recreating these same things over and over again in new situations. So we really need to get our energy in check, is what Spirit's saying. What's going on with our own cup? Sometimes we're so worried about what other people are basically going to give to us, or how they're going to affect us, but we're not really taking the time to figure out where we're at. So this is about doing a check with yourself to just see, are you ready for something? Are you ready to offer something? Are you ready maybe for a relationship? Because if you feel like you are, there may be some red flags that are telling you maybe you're not quite ready like you think you are. That's just going to be for some of you out there. But what I'm also getting is, again, be careful of offers that are coming to you that seem too good to be true, because somebody is operating from low vibration. And so the cup that they're offering you is flawed. And so again, do we need to get rid of this toxic energy? Do we need to start stepping away from people or friendships or environments that just basically are not in our same frequency? You know, so it's kind of like we get what we give, and sometimes we give, but we don't get back what it is that we're giving. So sometimes that's not always the case. But if you want things mirrored back to you, sometimes it's about stepping away from energies that are low vibrational. And it's not about being judgmental. It's just that you're not in the same place with certain people. And sometimes it just is what it is. And in order for you to make a healthy transition, sometimes you just have to disconnect and walk away from people that are not ready to deal with their own crap or to see themselves for how they truly are being in that particular moment. So sometimes we just got to walk away, is what Spirit is saying. We got to take care of our own cup. We've got our own lives to live. We can't be dealing with everybody else's crap. This is also for some of you that are healers, some of you that are empaths. You might be trying to take on the issues or the problems of other people to your own detriment. That's got to stop. This cycle has to end. There's a lot of toxic people around you that maybe they claim they want help, but they don't really. And so what they're doing now is they're just feeding on your very good vibrations and your good energy, and now you're just depleted, and that sucks. So yeah, we got to pay attention to that this period of time. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the next one. This is actually a longer reading than I realized. It says the mind. Okay, so this is going to be your mind. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on in this energy of the mind. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go into the mixed emotions cards. So what's going on in the mind during this period of time? We have bored. We have grief. Those are way too many cards, you guys. I don't want to pick that many cards. I just want 3. So let me just shuffle these one more time. And we have guilty. Well, those are all very negative. And it doesn't mean that everyone is going to be feeling this negativity, okay? So don't take it like that. Let's just go ahead and get some clarifiers as to what that is. So bored. Bored is just talking about being uninterested, just kind of apathetic and jaded. Maybe we're just kind of, just looking at that clock, just waiting for something to pass us by. We're just like, ugh. They're just so bored or so just kind of uninspired at this point in time. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Why? Because something's taking forever. That's why. It's like, can't this just hurry up? Can't this just already be done and over with? Can't I just get to my goal right now? I'm just at this point just tired of waiting, or it's taking too long. The very beginning of this reading, we had the Hermit, and we also had the Hanged Man, and that's definitely very slow, stuck energy. So yeah, I mean, it's like some of you are just kind of tired of waiting. You're tired of just like your life being put on hold, or you're just waiting for something to happen. It just seems like it's taking forever. So that might be what's going on in the mind during this period of time. What about grief? There might be some grief when it comes to dealing with other people. And I already do sense that for some of you that are resonating with this reading so far, that there's going to be other people in your environment that are either going to be toxic or just trying to create some sort of strife or mental stress or just something for you. And remember, a lot of the messages already were about disconnecting from these energies because they're just lower vibrational and they're just dragging you down. Be that King of Swords, speak your truth, be very strong, cut people out that just are in this energy. They're giving you grief. You don't need it, is what I'm getting here. And we have guilty. Yeah, and that might be really hard for some of you to do that with the 5 of Cups. This is the card of guilt, and it's interesting that we've got guilty here. It's kind of like, you know what? It sucks that I'm being pushed to this point. It really does. It sucks that I'm being pushed to this point, but that's just where I'm at. I don't feel good about something, or I don't want to hurt people. So it's like this feeling of feeling guilty. Like I don't want to hurt anybody. Just taking on way too much responsibility, to being too empathetic at this point. And so it just might be that some of you, what's really on your mind is just something's taking forever. It seems to be very slow, long and drawn out. You might seem to really have a lot of conflict with other people where you're feeling just, very much in a state of grief. And also you're just feeling guilty about how you want to really handle it, but maybe you're not able to handle it for a certain reason, a certain way. So whatever it is, it's kind of like we're a little stuck in our heads possibly throughout this time period, because we may want to do something, but something might be taking a little bit longer than we would like. Maybe we would love to cut people out immediately, but we can't really do that just yet, or some kind of energy like that. There's something going on. So a little bit of a mental stress is what I'm getting for, this time period. So the next thing that we have is what we need to change or let go of. What do we need to change or let go of during this period? Let's see. What do we need to change or let go of? What do we got here? Let's go into, I don't know. I have so many cards here, but I'm running out of cards. How did this happen? Let's just go ahead and go into, hold on. All right, we're going to these Fairy Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine. What do we need to change or let go of? What do we need to change or let go of? Interesting. We need to just balance. We need to take some time. So I'm going to read this to you. We need to take everyone's input into consideration. We need to merge viewpoints to create a better solution. We need to take our time. There's no need to rush. So again, our mindset for some reason might be that, I'm just so tired of this feeling. I'm just so tired of this situation. I'm just so tired of the stagnancy, whatever it is. What we need to do, though, is we need to just really balance out. We need to calm our jets. We need to just basically take some time and let things kind of mellow out and balance out. Okay, again, some of you do need to cut toxic energy out of your life, but some of you that maybe it's not that easy to do in whatever situation you might be involved in, this is talking about taking some time to just balance out and cool your jets. Okay, sometimes we can't always do what we really, really want to do. Sometimes there's other circumstances that are at play. Yeah, to a winner. See, indecision is holding you back. So this is talking about we're in some sort of a crisis in our own minds. We're at some sort of like stuck energy in our headspace with that Two of Swords energy. It might also be that we're kind of like we know we need to do something, but we're blinding ourselves to what it is that we need to do. So there's this confusion. But again, what Spirit's message here is what we need to do and how we need to handle it is we really just need to kind of see things from other people's perspectives and just try to be more of a balancing energy than a conflicting energy. Yep, look at that. Six of Winter, Six of Swords. This is talking about positive changes are on their way. It's a welcome relief of troubled times. So things are going to be okay, is what Spirit's saying here. That's what it is. Things are going to be okay. So we need to actually let go of our own mental conflict. We need to let go of just the own thoughts that are in our heads. That seems to be stressing us out more than anything. We can obviously see with what just came through with that Five of Cups energy and that Five of Wands energy that we are having some sort of a battle or a struggle with other people, but we're more in our heads about it. And the more that we think about it and the more that we worry about it just actually makes things much worse than they need to be. So it's about choosing to be having a more balanced mind approach so that way things will go smoothly moving forward, because at some point this situation is going to end. There will be light, or there is light, I should say, that's on the horizon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get some energies here, some messages from Spirit. So this is just like overall last messages from Spirit. And then we're going to combine them with these here. This one here is called the Archangel Power Tarot Cards by Radleigh Valentine. And we'll get some signs from Spirit as well. We have Diamond, which is a promise. We also have 222, which is partnerships and balance. And we have White, which is purity, safety, innocence, and light. What is the messages attached to this? We have a King of Ariel, King of Pentacles here, okay? So the King of Pentacles for some people could technically be the promise of a partner, a committed partner. At some point. It could be a partner that you have right now, as in this is a good partner. It could be somebody that's on the horizon for you. It doesn't have to be romantic, though. It could just be somebody who promises to basically take you all the way to the top. This right here is an energy that you can trust. Why? Because it's very stable. It's very practical. It's not fast moving. It's something you can count on. Earlier, I did pick up on an energy. If something seems too good to be true, it is. So you really need to go with more of this. It's not about being safe. It's just about things that actually make sense. Sometimes good things take time, and we might be very impatient, but the thing is, there is some sort of a payoff in the end. There is something that's worth waiting for, you guys, is what I'm getting here. So if some of you females out there that are watching this video are interested in perhaps maybe that happily ever after, that, knight in shining armor at the end of the day, that person that you may be able to have a marriage with and a family with, what I'm getting here is that that's a message from Spirit telling you here that this is a partnership that is going to come into your life, because this says partnerships and balance. Pay attention to new people that are entering into your life, or take the time to balance out your energy in existing ones. So this is about perhaps maybe putting more time and focus on partners that you are with right now, that are, stable in your life. Maybe you have been kind of off in the clouds, or maybe you're just kind of doing something else. And this is a period of time where you really need to focus on your either obligations or your commitments, whether they're work related perhaps, or maybe a partner. But we need to just basically get into the energy of either valuing what we do have, or realizing that there's someone on the horizon that is going to be in balance with us when the time is right. Yeah, this is a card of partnerships. Taurus is coming through huge right now, because the King of Ariel is the King of Pentacles, which is Earth, and Taurus is the Hierophant's energy, and that is Earth. So this right here is telling me here that you are going to be divinely guided to a partnership. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic, you guys. This could be a partnership in business, but you're being divinely guided, because this section of the reading is spiritual guidance and messages from the divine. Now we have the divine guidance card. So the divine is technically telling you here that if you are looking for a commitment, or if you're looking for a business partner, or you're looking for this person, a solid person, even if you're a man watching this video, this can technically be a female, but this is a steady, solid partner in the future. That for some of you, you may be married to or get married to. This may be your partner right now, as in this is a solid person in your life, and you're being divinely guided to pay attention to that. You're being divinely guided to kind of realize what you do have, okay? Because it does talk about pay attention to new people entering into your life, but also pay attention to balancing out the connections that you already do have. And we have white. 6 of Cups, you guys. For a lot of you too, 6 of Cups are people from your past. This is like a past partner coming in that's ready. They may have not been ready before, but they're ready now. So this is somebody who has grown and matured, and they're wanting to offer you some sort of commitment that maybe they were not able to offer you before. So they're either working on that right now. These things are being balanced out within your connections, so that way the two of you can come together later. And this is being divinely guided. White here in this is like on angel's wings, being divinely almost like delivered to you on angel's wings. I know that sounds a little hokey, but that's what I am getting here. There is some sort of a past person that's coming back into your life that you may feel like a soul connection with, and it's divinely guided that the two of you would come together when the time is right in harmony. Wow. Taurus is technically, that's spring. There could be something significant as far as timing, you guys. Spring and summer is what I'm getting, perhaps. Those are the next 2 coming seasons. Well, I'm in the States, so for me it is. But that's amazing. That's really, really beautiful here. Wow. Okay. So what we're going to do now, you guys, is we are going to, on your own, go ahead and ask a question. And we're going to go ahead and, whoever's asking the question, whatever the question may be, I'm just going to be very general with what comes through. And we're just going to see what the cards have to say about it. What do the cards have to say in regards to this question that you have? It could be anything, too. Question that you have. So go ahead and ask it, and we're going to go ahead and get some guidance on it. Well, it's definitely something about a wish. This is something about healing, going through a hard time. Are my hard times going to end? Am I going to get relief? Am I going to feel better? Yep, look at that, you guys. There's something about we've been in a lot of pain. We've been through a lot of hard times. Is there light at the end of this tunnel? And I have something about positive energy coming into the situation after a period of grief and sadness. Okay, let's go ahead and get some other cards here. What does this have to do with? Star. Well, I definitely have this energy here of something that is growing. Definitely something about feminine healing as well. People healing, people coming more into their feminine energy, wanting to create something new. So this is definitely a card of hard times are over and we are feeling much better. There's definitely abundance of happiness on the horizon. For that, for sure. That's really beautiful. Yep, that's the thing. This is the Five of Cups energy. When we change our focus away from the thorns and we start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, things shift and change. So this is about us changing our own perspective and changing our own energy in order to start seeing a change in the vibration of things. Yeah, that Five of Pentacles energy here again. We can get stuck in our own energy. We can get stuck in our own heads and tell ourselves that we're alone, tell ourselves that we've been abandoned, tell ourselves that we're so sad, that everything just sucks. But the thing is, if we keep crying over spilt milk, or if we keep seeing a situation like that glass half empty instead of half full, that's the way that life is going to be. So Spirit is telling us here, as far as like our question is concerned, or what it is that you might be thinking about, you have the ability to change the situation. You are not alone. You just feel alone, but you're not alone. Spirit is actually on your side. So the stars are going to align for you when it comes to your question, or when it comes to something that you want to happen after this period of a storm or something that hasn't been so desirable. Okay? So let's go ahead and get some angelic guidance on this too. This right here. Oh, sorry, you guys. This is the fortune reading cards, and these are called the Psychic Heart Tarot and Oracle cards by John Holland. These are called God's Goddesses and Angels by Tony Carmine Salerno. I totally spaced it on telling you guys what I was using. We have Goddess of Compassion. And we have Goddess of Justice. What I'm getting here is that if you guys have been dealt some sort of injustice, you will be dealt this justice. This injustice is actually a blessing. So something that seemed like it was an injustice, or something that seemed like it was never going to maybe resolve, or that you were never going to feel justified, or that you were never going to feel like the scales were even imbalanced, that's on the horizon. So you are going to get your justice if somebody did you wrong. There was like an unfavorable outcome to a situation. You're going to get some sort of justice. This may be an apology as well. Somebody may come back and offer you an apology. We also have compassion. This is about our own self-talk. Our own self-talk and our own energy seem to be really, really affecting us more than anything. And I already got this. Our own focus and our own ways of feeling or thinking about this. This is actually making things worse than they really, really are. So if we can get out of our own heads and our own feelings about something, then we could really turn a situation around. It doesn't mean we can change other people, but we can certainly raise our vibration and really kind of adopt that healthier mindset and that healthier that healthier approach. I don't know why I can't talk suddenly. And when we do this, this shifts things in our universe. It shifts things in our energy field. Okay, literally. So as long as we're in the energy of having compassion for ourselves, forgiving ourselves for maybe not doing something or saying something that we wish that we could take back or that we regret. What I'm getting here is that whatever has happened in your life, whatever has fallen apart perhaps in your life, this is actually a blessing. Because the fives are about changes. There is something that's going to change in your situation. I know that for a fact because I feel with these two cards and these two fives, something is on the horizon. Sixes. Sixes are numbers of harmony, getting past hardships, getting past or through hard times, moving more towards like those calmer waters, that more harmonious energy. That's on the horizon. So whatever you guys have been experiencing or whatever you guys asked about that seems to be stuck or that seems to be kind of connected to maybe a past situation, there's something that's going to change in your situation that's going to bring growth. I see new growth and new opportunity. I see new energy from times that maybe were stuck, and just energy that was just stagnant and old, that might have been kind of sad, or kind of been where you felt abandoned, somebody walked away. We already got the energy at the very end that maybe somebody's going to return from the past, and they're going to return much more mature. They're going to possibly deliver some sort of an apology, or to let you know that they've changed, or they want to do things differently. So all I know is that the cracker says positive energy surrounds you. So when you are in this energy of surrounding yourself with positive energy, like this Empress, and you're no longer focused on the wrong things, or you're no longer feeling alone, you're literally shifting your energy, and love, joy, and good fortune are going to be all around you. So do you see how that's a special message from Spirit telling you, change your own thoughts, change your own feelings, change your focus, change your own vibration, be in this energy of abundance, and everything else is going to follow. You're going to attract this new energy into your life, or maybe perhaps renewed energy, I should say. Very beautiful. So anyways, I really hope that you guys enjoyed that reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. All right, take care. Bye-bye.